Hi, everyone. Mike here with MAGA Headline News. Guys, it has started. Summer Love Part 2. This is exactly what I've been talking about for the last couple of months. This is just a start. These NGOs have organized. This is why we have not seen Antifa and all the protesters. They haven't been out. They've been waiting for this. They've been waiting for July. June, July area. We knew this was coming. I tried warning about it. But listen, we also have MAGA on the offense, okay? And I'm going to start with that, all right? And now listen, the feud between Trump and Musk, I told you guys yesterday, there was a million different reasons why that needed to happen, okay? But what I'm going to tell you right now is, for those of you that follow the boards, that understand what I'm talking about, we know that it's the start. We know that things are kicking off, all right? I think Doge planted Trojan horse software into the government by order of the president, and they're going to follow these NGOs and where the money goes now. I think that the exposure of all of the wasted money and fraud was just kind of a bonus for what we're going to see at the end of this, okay? But if we look into this right here, okay, I'm going to put this on, all right? Listen, we all remember this from the boards, okay? I know all of us, we remember the important ones, all right? We were waiting for this, the key that opens all doors, the start. We know what that means, okay? What did Trump just do not too long ago? This was not even how long ago in the Oval Office. The key that opens everything to Elon, okay? We know the relationship they had. We saw them together. We know the things they said about each other, and we know this is bullshit, and we could say it right out loud because the Democrats want this to be going on so bad. They're not going to look past it. The news is going to eat it up. They're going to prey on it. They're stupid. You guys remember that quote? These people are stupid. Okay. Enjoy the show. You're watching a movie. Okay. Central casting. All right. So if we even look back to anybody that remembers the Trump Megyn Kelly beef, all right, I want to play you a clip of what Megyn Kelly has said at this Sean Ryan interview, all right? Check this out. I'm going to put this on the screen. Listen to what Megyn Kelly said, all right? And then I want you to think about this, and then I want you to think about the feud with Musk.
Sean, and it was really crazy, so crazy, Sean, because I walked out. We agreed, like, we're good. And the last thing he said to me before I walked out of Trump Tower was, you know, Megyn, it's not such a good thing if they're not talking about us. And I was like, oh my God, was this whole thing for show? Like, was he acting the whole time? Wow. To generate buzz? And it was
exactly. And Trump knows exactly how to generate that buzz. Okay. If you look at what's going on right now, all right, people aren't thinking about the Epstein files. People aren't thinking about that stuff right this second. They are, but not the entire country. You don't have the Democrats caring about it. But guess who cares about it now? The Democrat voters, because they think Trump's in there. All right. So just by Elon saying that, when those things do get released, they're going to go through them with a fine-tooth comb, the Democrat voters. And what are they going to find? They're not going to find Trump. They're going to find that Trump helped the FBI take down Epstein, all right? They're going to find their heroes, their people, all the people that they look up to are in there doing the dirt, all right? Now, okay, you see all these attacks are kicking off in LA. It's not going to stop. It's going to spread. It's all strategically planned out. I don't want it to sound like every single protester out there. Okay. No, what it is there's a network of NGOs. Then they have their paid people, you know, the few Antifa people, they go out and then they get other people out of the house to join them in. There's agitators. We know how it goes. All right. But this is the start. It's going to spread. They want to destabilize. Okay. But look, what I was saying about Trump was, all right, I think he not only knew that some kind of attack on America is imminent, whether it be through the power grid or something else. You know, they just saw that food pathogen stuff come in. All right. But if you look, he looks weak right now. Even people like, Republicans, people that look, he looks weak right now. He looks like, okay, his intelligence didn't tell him about the stuff in Russia, the attack on Putin, the attacks from Ukraine with the drones. You got Pam Bondi. There's tens of thousands of videos, and then you got Kash Patel telling you, listen, his stuff isn't there. It looks like a big unorganized mess right now. I guarantee you it's not. Okay, because anybody knows working for Donald Trump. Okay, this stuff ain't going on. All right. Did anybody get fired when Trump wasn't informed about that attack? Did you hear this one or that one getting let go? No. Did you hear about an investigate? No, you don't, because this is the plan. All right. You need to be 5 steps ahead of this deep state. They are basically in control of everything. You are seeing that even a president from the Oval Office cannot just take these people down. They are in every crack and crevice of this country. All right. And every one of them has their own motives. Whether it be they were brainwashed to hate America and they're just a Marxist, whether it be they're receiving the NGO money, or they've been on Epstein Island, or they're whatever it is, they have their reason to be a criminal and a traitor. And it goes all the way down to low-level people. All right. They need to be weeded out. You got the judges, all right, blocking every order Trump does. The only way is disinformation. This is a military intelligence operation. We've known it from the start, okay? All of us, especially the Anons from, a few years ago, we all know what's going on. We've been told, we've basically been trained on it. We know what's going on, all right? So keep your faith in President Trump. Do not waver, okay? Keep your faith in President Trump. He will not let us down. Listen, what's going on in LA, okay? It started. Summer of Love, Part 2, all right? You see what's happening here, all right? Check this out. It's not going to stop. They are going to let this spread, okay? Look at the balls. Look at the balls on these people, the audacity. These are our federal agents. These are the good guys of our country trying to deport criminals, pedophiles, terrorists, all right? You name it, unchecked people in this country that look what's happening. Look what they are out there doing now. They're in their masks as usual. All right, somebody's get all our people. This is our people that keep us safe under attack. Okay, and people are going to get hurt. People are going to get hurt. Look at this. Look what they did to the bus. Look at this bus. There's marshals, ICE agents on the bus. Watch this.
The Border Patrol, or it's to make arrests. Oh, it looks like the bus is moving, even though protesters are trying to stop it from moving. So we don't know if.
Yeah, because it should just stop, right? That way it could get swarmed, attacked, and the people in the bus could get killed because the people want to throw themselves in front of it. If they're stupid enough to do that, fuck them.
This is reinforcements, if this is to help with arrests or to get those agents out of there. But this situation continues to just unravel here in Paramount right now. We're bringing you live pictures. This is Josh.
Fast forward this a little bit because I know it gets crazy. They start breaking out the windows and everything. Right now, look at this. This is that mob mentality, okay?
Bus and then 2 SUVs. That's all I'm seeing right now.
Look at this.
In order for them to access where all of this is playing out, protesters, 2 of those SUVs are now essentially.
See the Mexican flag. I mean, in our own country, this is what it's come down to, okay? Because we've been so conditioned to not even care, or to, the football game's on, okay?
Going around these protesters. This really could turn extremely ugly right now. I'm seeing one of the doors open on one of those vehicles. It's hard to tell if that's
unbelievable. So let's go. What's next over here? You got thousands of people are in the streets. All right. Just take a look at this.
Custody, I believe, for the most
part. What you had here was, I believe, this is the building, right? Let me see something here. This is the building, I believe, that was where the ICE agents were trapped.
People that they were targeting inside the building have been taken into custody and were taken away in those vans, and now it's just a matter of the remainder the investigators and agents to leave the location. So, and that's what we're seeing here. They're starting to kind of.
What happened there was ICE agents trapped inside the building surrounded, but they went to go arrest somebody and they're surrounding them. And it's all happening because of the Democrat politicians that are telling them that this is okay. And the Democrat politicians should be getting arrested for instigating all this stuff. Look what they did to President Trump for telling people to peacefully and patriotically march to the Capitol, okay? And then you
Immigrants.
see, this is Mayor
And this
Karen Bass.
impact
Okay?
hundreds of thousands of Angelenos. We are going to fight for all Angelenos, regardless of when they got here, whether they have papers or not.
So what does that mean? She's not going to prosecute a single person. Go out there, hurt the law enforcement agents, commit felonies, doesn't matter, because we're going to fight, right? Karen Bass, we're going to fight. This woman is a communist and a Marxist, and she's not shy about it either. She's very public about it. This is what's happening to our country, okay? Look at this.
Facility, which is that building right there, where we understand there are actually some people inside of the building.
I'm Giovanna Lotta. You're taking a live look at one of the protests underway in Los Angeles just a few hours after.
This is going to spread to every country. They have it strategically planned, the NGOs, all right? You're going to start seeing this in all the blue states. You're going to start seeing this in every major city, and it's going to spread to the smaller cities, okay? So this is why I was telling people, prepare, we don't know what's going to come along with it.
After the mass immigration raids, Chris Christie is live in Air 7 with the latest.
We don't know let me
That's right, Giovanna. It's a major protest going on about 2 hours now.
We don't know if they're going to combine this where they have the terror cells. We know Hezbollah Unit 910 is here. We know they have all of the gangs that they were fighting so hard to keep out of prison. The Democrats were fighting to keep them out of prison. We know that there's 500,000 Chinese nationals here. All right. What are they doing here? Men, military age men, all came in under the Biden administration. You have Al-Qaeda here. You have Hamas here. All came in under the Biden administration. If all these people start activating at the same time, and believe me, it very well could be what they are planning. All right. And there is no reason that we should not assume they are. Okay. There's no reason for them to be here. The border was opened for what? For what? And they have half of our country brainwashed that this is okay. Just take a look at all of the Mexican flags and all of these videos. This is America. What is even happening? They're going to try to rip it apart. And it is time for President Trump to enact the Insurrection Act very soon. Once this starts spreading to every single city, once it's very clear that this is not going to stop, all right, it is time. And now you see here, CNN is reporting Trump preparing large-scale cancellation of federal funds for California. And I hope that's just the beginning, all right? Because it's just mind-blowing that a state in our country could have gotten this far, could have been brainwashed this far, okay? Listen, guys, I know you see everything else. There's other things going on with these protests. I will jump back on as they start erupting in other cities. I know there's some stuff going on in Michigan right now. All right. But listen, I just want to reiterate, we need to make sure we continue our support, our strong support for President Trump. He has put himself directly in the line of fire for us. Okay. He's doing all the heavy lifting. His team, they're doing all the heavy lifting. All right. Their lives are in danger 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. All right. So every time we see them a little something we don't like, or, we think that we need the Epstein report so bad, or we want this, we want that. Listen, this is about saving the country. It's a lot bigger than this, than these little missteps or these, disinformation. Okay. Because we were told disinformation is necessary. All right. So right now, President Trump, I believe, is looking weak on purpose. I know that there is no way President Trump have these people working for him out there making a mess like this. This is all done intentionally to let the enemy strike preemptively when it's the wrong time for them. And you know what? They're going to find out real quick that President Trump is not weak and he is strong. And He is not here to let this country go to shit. All right. So let's just keep up our support for him. God bless President Trump. God bless America. Guys, listen, I will be back with another report. I mean, I'll come back tonight if something crazy happens. If not, I will probably see you guys tomorrow. But I just wanted to give you guys my thoughts, my opinion of what is going on. And I will keep following up on this every time things progress. All right, guys, my name is Mike. This has been MAGA Headline News. Follow me on Rumble. Subscribe on Rumble. Subscribe on YouTube. All right, I'm brand new, guys. Give me a like. Share the videos. Help me out. Comment. All right. You know, I'm brand new. I only got a few subscribers, but I'm trying to grow. So, you know, if you like my content, you know what to do. All right. Have a good night, guys.